You want to quickly discuss this stock market madness?
Oh shit! I completely forgot. Yeah, bro. um,
GME, GameStop.
yeah. So I what do you think about it first?
What do I think about it,
Yeah.
bro? To be honest, yeah, it took me a while to realize what actually happened.
Mm,
Like, because I don't follow the markets that much.
yeah.
I just saw some people on my Instagram like posting memes. I'm like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
what's happening? Like, what is this GME? And then like, I sort of started to understand it more. From my perspective, it's mainly just jokes. It's mainly just funny. But
Mm,
like, I have to rate people for like managing to like pull something like that off. Of
bro,
just being like,
I rate it so highly.
bro, you have to rate highly. They figured out, okay, flipping Wall Street or this hedge fund has taken this position. If we like screw them, then they're gonna get fucked, and we're
So
gonna make money.
I rate it so highly. I don't know much about the markets. I don't know much about investment. I've been learning, and to be honest, in the last like few days since this thing has happened, I've become everything I've always cussed. You know, them guys that come in like talking about stocks and shares and everything. Yeah, I've
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
always cussed them for no reason. To be honest, it's just they're a bit with their way. Like I remember I watched you know the BYP network, Black Young Professionals Network. So they had a I think I told you about it. They had like a day long expo thing. Obviously, it was online because of COVID, and I
Mm,
tuned into one session. It was about investment. Yeah, he was talking about why it's so important for Black people to invest for the Black community, generational wealth. He's saying all this stuff. He's saying all the good stuff, and this guy was getting proper passionate while he was doing it. And there's one point where he sounded like choked up, like he sounded like he almost was about to, like almost brought to tears by the stocks, yeah. And then he takes a second, he breathes, he takes a sip of water, he says, "I'm sorry, guys, I just get so passionate about this stuff because I just want to see our people win." And when I saw that, like, this is why I cuss you people, because like, why? And to be honest, he's not lying. Like, it is very important to invest in everything. It's important that we know this stuff, and financial literacy, um, not just the Black community, like financial literacy in general, for people our age, for people in general, is terrible, and it's important to become financially literate. But just
mm.
like their methods always puts me off. Like my man's sweating and stuff. I'm like, bro, dude, this is why I cuss you. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I low-key feel like I'm becoming that guy. Like even this morning, I was messaging my boy Doug because he's quite heavy in it, and he was telling me like he was just giving me like some info and shit. And I was like, how have our conversations turned into into this now?
Yeah. You know what? You know what it is. You know, I think people get turned off because I think there's like a misconception that to save, you need to be like a flipping stockbroker. Like you need to be 24/7 looking at different graphs, different charts, like research. Like you can do it at a lower level. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no need to say, okay, because I don't want to become like someone who checks the stock markets every day, that I shouldn't save money, like that I should, because yeah, man, you should save money. Like if you think about um the like, I don't know, it's the rate of inflation, right, versus the rate of interest that you get from holding money in like a current account. Like you're losing money if you don't invest. But at the same time, yeah,
Especially
I
right now.
think there's so many people that get so into it that like start speaking daily about like, yo,
But you know,
this stock,
it's actually
this that stock. I'm like, bro, but I don't care, man.
it's addictive because it's like you said, you don't want to be the person that checks it every day. I downloaded that app, Free Trade, bro. It's one of my most used apps now. I've had it for a month. I swear, I'm on there all the time. I'm looking at the thingies. It's like it's very difficult to just leave it because I think what
Mm,
it is because there's the risk that you can lose your money. It's not like in a bank account, even though you know you are like deep down, you know you're losing money because of inflation. But because it's like you kind of trick yourself into thinking it's in there, it's safe, yeah. Whereas with this thing, because there's the risk that you could lose it all, even though, bro, I've only put in like 500 quid, so I haven't put in much. But it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
because there's a risk you could lose it all, you're just checking, like, bro, where's my money? Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'll
It can
see,
become like gambling, bro. It can become like gambling.
I see the thing going down, like, bro, I think I put some on Netflix, and as soon as I put it in, it's like dipping. I said, fuck. And meanwhile, I put like £70 on Netflix. I'll spend more on trainers, bro. And I was like,
That's what I'm thinking, bro.
I'm looking, I've got my hands on my head. I said, the market fucked me today. I'm bro, I'm not even seriously in this thing, bro. Why am I moving like?
Start making them 2-minute videos, bro, about your experience in the stock market.
But yeah, the thing I think it's mad. And you know what it tells me? People have said all sorts of stuff about like, oh, it's Wall Street versus the normal people, which I don't think is fully accurate, because a lot of the people that, obviously a lot of like Redditors and like them lot, the basement dwellers, not to be rude with that, them lot really got onto this, yeah. But people that like can invest significantly enough to actually make millions of this thing were probably rich beforehand. Like I saw something that he said that some guy invested 11,000 or something, and he's made close to $1 million.
Mm.
But if you've got 11,000 that you can just throw away like that, it's likely that you're probably pretty wealthy already. You know?
Yeah.
So to say that it's like billionaires versus the normal guy isn't completely true. Obviously, the normal people definitely benefited from this and definitely were involved, but like a lot of like very rich people also got in on this and made themselves richer. So and then also the whole what was the other thing? So I feel like you know all the takes about like people saying like, oh, this is what they game the system all the time, and then now that normal people are doing it, they're saying, oh, it's not fair and stuff like that, which I think is pretty like an important point, because it's true that like if something like this can happen so easily, like listen, I'm speaking off the cuff, I don't actually know, but I'm saying like if something like this can happen so easily, like one Reddit thread, and you could cause all this like furor about the whole thing, yeah, then it probably happens on it. Like they're not dumb, so they probably know about this shit and like do this stuff all the time and just make themselves a lot.
Yeah. And then they got caught in the act a little bit here as well.
But yeah, because yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I saw something else of it. It was like if like one Reddit thread can, like the collective action of like normal people on one Reddit thread can do this, yeah. Imagine like general strikes and all these kind of stuff. And I'm all for it, man. I feel like I'm a little bit of an anarchist, like, or I don't know. Maybe it's the shit that I read, but I'm just increasingly like, bro, everyone wants a seat at the table. I'm more burn the flipping table. Let's build a new one. Like that's my thing. And I don't know. Maybe that's short sighted, because when you do burn the table, like, you know, you might be left with nothing. So I'm kind of I'm leaning to like, let's burn it, see what happens, kind of thing. But yeah,
it's very interesting. Like I feel like the amount of people that are just like getting to a stage where they're kind of just like, yo, fuck the way things are normally done.
Yeah,
like the systematic way of doing things. Let's just like go for a new strategy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, because that's what I was saying. Like with crypto as well, like the whole Bitcoin thing in the last couple of months has it soared up in price, right? And then it dropped a bit, but it soared up in price. And like it's just it's these alternative methods of investing that, like, I don't know, like traditional I don't know, traditional people, traditional like financial experts will tell you not to do, that loads of people are just doing now.
Yeah,
and it's like,
see what happens, man. Like, fuck it, man. Let's see what happens.
People are going down a new route, man. People are tired of the traditional system, is what it seems like.
But to be honest, I think we should probably preface this, because we've said this isn't financial advice, bro. Because in case someone listens to this and puts their life savings on a crypto, and just they'll come to you, say, bro, you lost me everything. So.
You lost all my money.
I'm just chatting, bro. I don't know. So just letting everyone.
I have some Bitcoin now, though. A little bit of Bitcoin.
No, I put 200 quid on. It wasn't Bitcoin. It was a different coin. Different what are they called? Crypto. It was a different thing. But I never know. I don't know what happened to that £200. I think I lost the like login or something. So I could be sitting on, who knows? I could be sitting on there, or I could have lost it all. But because again, it was dug back in I told you that we went to that like crypto exhibition expo thing.
Oh yeah.
He's been like in and around it for a while, and I just kind of tag along every once in a while. So I remember he was telling me about it, and I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna send you 200 quid, man, make me some money. So I sent it to him, and I don't know what happened to that money. And every once in a while, I'll be like, bro, what happened to that 200 quid we put on the thing? He'd be like,
if you had put 200 in Bitcoin in 2017, you would
bro,
be
I'd be on peace now.
you'd be on peas right now, because I think it's risen like it must have been below 10,000 at that point, and it's above 30,000 now. So
in fact, I might need to get some Bitcoin now as well. Now that
you might need to ask Doug what happened.
Yeah,
£200.
Yeah,
You might need to do.
I'm messaging him right after. I was talking to him this morning. I'm messaging right after this. I'm like, bro, yes. See how all this stuff is happening with these cryptos. What's that one that? I'm trying to remember. I think it was HPB or something. High performance blockchain. I think that was the name of the coin, or the name of the coin.
That's I don't know about that one. I haven't heard about that.
It was when he was still, because he did a master's in Shanghai. So it was when he was still in China, and I think it's a Chinese coin or something. So that's the thing. I couldn't even understand the website and shit. I think that was part of it. So I just gave it to him. I said, bro, sort me out. And then I never heard about it again. So now I'll hit him up.
Yeah. That one's like, no, that's not the same sort of price. But just check with him anyway. You might as well see.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's true. We should preface this. This isn't financial advice.
Yeah.
Please do your own research before investing in anything.
Yeah. And to be honest, if you're listening to my advice, then you're an idiot, bro. If you're listening to my advice right now, then you deserve to lose your peace.
It's true. If you heard this conversation, like the flow of this conversation,
and decided, I'm going to put my savings on, then you deserve to lose your money because you don't deserve money.